What is up, my fellow questers and painters and gamers? We are here to do the conclusion, hopefully, of the Fimirs. I went ahead and painted the skin tones last night while Luke was streaming, and we already have a couple people here. Shamrock is here and Gohan is here. Loving that void, giving them void vibes. We need shirts that just say void vibes on them. That would be awesome. It's just swirling black vortex, void vibes. So yeah, we're going to be working on hopefully finishing up these the mirrors, and then we have the very last dice bag that I am hoping to reveal tonight. So the blue one is the only one that's left. So we are going to hopefully reveal that tonight once I'm done with these Fimirs. I'm still on the fence about how I want to pronounce that. Go ahead and says, boo, void only stream. No stream, only void. Well, I'm afraid that I got to give you something other than the void. So I'm going to get some music started. Bwap, 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 bwap. And then we shall get over to what we are doing. Okay. Gotta make sure that you guys are with me here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my fan on just because I know that I would get warm. Gohan says, yeah, let's not pull a Luke. Forget music until the last 20 minutes. Yeah. I think I've forgotten a couple of different times. So this is where we're at. All of these skin tones have been done. So yeah, I gotta figure out where I want to start tonight. Luke was thinking white eyes, so I got the white eyes. Maybe I'll go ahead and just do the eye and the teeth. So that part's already done. That won't take me long to do that part. Get on my owl spectacles here, and we'll get started. Thank you guys for joining me. And if you are new here, please consider giving us a follow, as it helps our channel, and we always have fun here. We definitely always have fun here. We are here every night of the week. Sundays and Wednesdays are painting streams, and then Mondays and Tuesdays and Fridays and Saturdays are the quest streams where my husband Luke is playing the quests, and then Thursday is our creative streams where we kind of discuss lore and just different ideas about where we want to go with the channel and everything. So be sure you guys join us for that, because that's always fun as well. We kind of just hang out and chill and relax. So I'm going to thin up this white just a little bit, because it tends to get a little bit clumpy if I don't thin it out, because it's just a little too thick naturally. Okay. So get my small detail brush here, and let's get going. Justin's here, new here. This had a nap. This is had a nap, Justin. Gonna watch while I continue to sleep. Okay. Gohan says Thursdays are Luke keeps the crazy ideas in check streams. Yes. Or at least tries to. We attempt to do that, but you know, sometimes you gotta get a little crazy. That did not work even a little bit. Let me fix my paper towel here. Maybe I'll use this one instead. Well, that doesn't want to refold at all. I was at my grandmother's earlier tonight, and I was looking for something to watch. Because I've been watching Ink Master, but I got a little bit, I've got a little burnt out on it. Just because I've watched up to, I think I'm on the 14th season right now, and so I've gotten a little burnt out on it. I'm probably going to take a little break from that. So I was trying to find something to watch, and Paramount had the Tremors movie on there. I don't know if you guys have seen that, if you're even old enough, some of you, to know what that is. But I love the Tremor movies, and I love the first three. The first three are like my favorites. And so they had the first one on Paramount Plus, but only the first one. They didn't have any of the others, and I do have them on DVD. I just obviously didn't have them at my grandma's, but I loved those movies when I was a kid, and I immediately painted right down on his lip. Gosh darn it. Starting off with a happy accident. Yes, Justin. I'm not going to say that, but yes, that's from the third one, I think, isn't it? Yeah. Butt blasters, but it's not butt. Yeah. Yep. I kind of stopped after the third one just because I did watch the fourth one. I think I even maybe watched the fifth one, but it was so long ago now that I watched the fifth one that I don't even remember what happened in the fifth one. But I feel like they kind of got a little, you know, they went a little too far with it after the third one, which, you know, tends to happen when you continuously are trying to make profit off of something that, you know, you should have just stopped after the first couple of sequels. You should have just let it go after that. But that's one of all the lines that I think about. Go ahead and says sequels were quite abundant in the 90s. Yes, yep. Justin says the fourth was a prequel. Didn't know there were more after that. They're up to 7 now. They've got 7. Yep. There is a 7-pack on Fandango, but they want $70 for it. And I'm like, no, because I only want the first 3. And like I said, I do have them on DVD. And they've got the, you know, all of them on Fandango. Like, you can buy them separately too, but they're $15 a piece. Which I think is a little outrageous for movies that were made 30 years ago now. You know what I mean? Like 20, 30 years ago now. It's a little expensive for those. The newer ones I could understand, but the older ones should only be like $5 a piece. They shouldn't even be that. Go ahead and says, why? I'm at that point with Scream now. 7 might have been too much. Right? Yeah. Yep. I was looking, because the last that I knew, they just had 5. I didn't even realize until I was looking today for them that there was 2 more made since then. And I'm like, okay, we're starting to get a little bit on the, you know, too much wagon now. They should pull back for sure. It's too much of a good thing, you know? Dr. Frednet, you're a good thing. Also, hi, how we doing? We are doing good. How are you tonight? Or today, I'm not sure where you're located. I can't remember hardly where anybody's at. Can't remember where I'm at half the time. You know, of course, too, with those movies, it was full of innuendos and stuff that you never got when you were a kid, you know. And it was like, as you get older and you rewatch stuff, it's like, oh, I never realized that joke was in there when I was a kid. The kind of jokes that your parents laughed at, and you say, what are you laughing at? And they just go, nothing. Or they change the subject real fast. so they don't gotta try to explain why they're laughing. Dr. Funnut says Gravity Falls is like that everywhere in the show. Right? Ah, Dr. Funna is on a 10-stream streak. He says, also, yay. Yes, yes, burn the child. Justin says, my dad and his brother would explain the joke, probably why I am the way I am now. Yeah. I can remember a few times as a kid asking, you know, I can't remember anything specific, but asking my mom, what's so funny? Oh, nothing. Okay, let's see, because I think, yeah, we need to get just a little bit of the under eye and any of the lip that I might have painted. Accident. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Probably the handle on the axe, I guess. Be my next. Excuse me. Actually, I need a. This one needs a little bit under eye care here. And tooth care. Okay. All right. All right. So the axe handle. I think I gotta think about this for a second. Let me look at them. All right. So. I'm gonna do this dark wood color. It's just a really deep brown. I'm gonna use a little bit of a bigger brush just because it's a little bit of a bigger area here. How's everybody doing tonight? Doing okay in there? Justin says, yep. Me and Sarah are going to a free mini painting thing on Sunday. I assume it's going to be a Space Marine from 40K, but free is free. Yeah? Yeah. Well, I hope you guys have fun. clean my brush. Justin says we're still working on our Heroes Quest minis. Hero Quest minis as well, yes. Me too. And probably for the next, I don't know, 5 or 6 years probably. Okay. Justin says, I started reading a Warhammer novel about a faction I like called Necrons. They are Egyptian zombie robots who think they are better than everyone else. What? Egyptian zombie robots. That's who sits around and just comes up with something like that? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of cool. Oh, you there's here on a 30 stream streak. Awesome. Says, oh, look at that. Well, awesome. I'm glad you're here. I still think we need to do a collab together. I think that would be fun. Okay, so I think I'm going to paint their claws on their feet this dark brown as well. Because these are they're supposed to be like Wasteland Fimir, so they're kind of supposed to be, you know, kind of nature, deserty kind of looking, I guess. I think that this will look good with the green skin as well. I'm just gonna keep them over here so I don't gotta reach as far. I'm painting the tiniest toenails ever. That's how I'm choosing to look at it. Tiny toenails. Yeah, so my plan is, once I'm done with these guys, I'm going to reveal the next dice bag winner, or not winner, but the last one, which is the blue one. And then before I have to start that over, I'm going to then also paint up the rest of the goblin archers. So I'm going to finish these Fimers, reveal whatever is in that blue bag, and then paint that, whatever that is, and then finish the goblin archers, and then we'll restart the dice bag pulls. Which will be fun, I think. I really like that this has been helping keep me, not necessarily like on my toes, but it's helped keeping me like with something different. Justin said, excuse me, I also like the orcs in Warhammer. Their entire technology runs on their belief structure. If they think it to be true, then it is, and different color paint they use do different things, like red makes stuff fast. If any other race tries to use orc tech, it simply doesn't work, as it is literally a pile of junk. Wow. That's kind of cool that there's something like kind of like specific to them. Having the people trying to get their hands on their technology only for it to fail over and over again. Of course, I feel like you're giving orcs a lot of credit in that department as well, because they are orcs after all. I don't know, does Warhammer have like a race of like smart orcs? I don't really know anything about Warhammer. Okay, so I think, was I going to, I set my color palette out for this like days ago, and I'm trying to remember exactly what I set all these colors out for. Did I even do like, let me look here. I think, yeah, I think we're going to do the enchanted steel and polished silver for their axe heads, just because I feel like that's, you know, a good way to go with that. So we'll go ahead. I got that all over me. Wasn't an explosion this time, but I did get paint all over my thumb. All right, so I've done this color, I've done the skin color, I've done this dark wood color. Okay, and now I've done this enchanted, which I think we can still keep using this bigger brush for, because it's, you know, a big old axe head. Justin says, as far as I know, not really. I'm new to it, so I don't know much. There's another faction that's essentially nuns with guns. Can't remember their name. They can launch a church at you from orbit. What? What are they called? I need to know. I need to know what they are called. Because that is awesome. Nuns with guns. I love that. The head of these axes of these Fimirs look like the bat symbol. From Batman. Just Sending out the signal for Batman is what these Fimirs are trying to do. Launch a church at you from orbit. So they do they live in space? Or do they have churches floating around in orbit that they can just pull down? There was, me and Luke's sons have really been into like the Despicable Me movies off and on. And there's, it's actually a Minions movie technically, but it's called The Rise of Gru, and it's when Gru was a child. And like how they came to be, you know, a part of his life essentially and all that. But anyway, he worships these heroes, or they're villains technically, but to him they're heroes. One of them is a nun, and her name is Nunchucks, and she's got like the nunchucks and stuff. It is hilarious. This old like 80-year-old villain with nunchucks. Justin says Adepta Sororitas, aka Sisters of Battle. 40K is sci-fi. Do a lot happens in space. Oh man. Oh. Nuns in space. Can't remember what they're called though. They're the group of them is called something. Oh, the Vicious Six. That's what they're called. The Vicious Six. And Nunchucks is one of the villains in that group. Once these axe heads dry, then I will put the brighter silver like on the blade edges. Oh, we got a 90-second ad. I was telling Luke last night when I was down here that I think for the raptors and the well, not just the ocean abomination, just the abominations in general, at Walmart when I was there a few days ago, I was over in the paint section because I like to go over there and look at the different acrylic paints, and they've got color shifting acrylic paint, and I think that would look really, really awesome on the raptors and on the abomination. So I definitely want to get that color shifting paint because I think that would look really, really cool on like fish scales and raptor skin. I think that would look really good. And they have different like shades and stuff too. So I was like, heck yeah. Like I didn't buy it. I almost went ahead and bought it at the time, but I thought, what am I actually going to use it for? I want to make sure that I have something I can use it for before I spend the money on it. And then I think in the quest last night, Luke, one of the wandering monsters, I think, or maybe it was just a regular monster in the quest, was an abomination. And then that got me thinking that color shift paint would be so awesome on those. And so I was telling him about it, and I was like, I definitely, before I do any of the abominations, want to get, you know, each of those. And they're not too expensive either, which is really nice. I just thought that sounded really cool, and that'll look really good on those guys and gals of the fish people. Okay, so now I'm going to let those dry a little bit before I put the brighter silver on. Sorry, my palm itches. Justin says, Space Marine are the poster boys of the franchise. I think they are boring, though. They are super soldiers. I'm playing Space Marine, too. I've been fighting against, is that Tyranids? Which are essentially space roaches. They go around infesting planets. Ew. Gross. Alright, now I got these two. Excuse me. I think for the armor is what I used. I was going to use these Talon's Bronze and this Brazen Copper. Okay, but I think I also... I have to think about this. Okay, let me look at this. Yeah, so I think I'm figuring this out as I'm thinking about it. I think, actually, before I do anything else, their little loincloth thing, armored chainmail looking thing that's hanging down here, I want to paint this also in this silver as well. Head itches. Itchy skull. We need to have space Fimers. Intergalactic Hero Quest. That's what we need. Sarah is here, said, Justin said they made a space hero quest, he just doesn't think it left Europe. Oh man. Well, maybe once Luke gets through all of his other campaigns and everything, he can write one with a space storyline. I definitely want to see Grimina in space for sure. Okay. So now, let's see. Just a little bit of a screen. There we go. Okay. Now, I wish my hand would stop itching. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get these mixed up because this one's not too bad, but this one always has it always separates the color and then it's at the bottom. Alright, this one's going to mix just perfectly fine for me, but this other one is going to be difficult. Come on. There they are. I was like, they're stuck in there. They settled to the thickness at the bottom. I want to get one of those little, like, you know how like when you go to a store to get like a can of paint, like a, whatever that's called, a gallon of paint or whatever, and they put it in that machine and it shakes it all around to mix it up. I need a miniature one of those for the little mini paints. That would be awesome. So I think this color, because it's already got some gold mixed in with it, but I think this color and then gold highlighting on top of it would look nice. Would look good, I think. Oh, come on. Shake, shake, shake your paints now. Shake your paints right. Shake, shake, shake your paints now. Shake them all the time. Oh. Come on. All right. That's better than it was. Wish it was a little bit more, but it's mixed pretty good, I think. I'm waiting for the day, as often as well, it's not really been often, but the couple of times that I've had paint explosions. I'm waiting for the day when, one, I don't have any issues with, as far as like that issue. I'm going to shake one of these and then go to open it and it's just going to go everywhere. That's what I'm waiting for. Ooh, you know what? These are pretty similar. Now I'm wondering if I shouldn't skip this one and do a different one. Oh well. Well, let's use this one first. Alright, so I think I'm going to paint the wrist, whatever this is, wrist armor. Oh, dipping in the wrong one. In this color. Probably have to do a couple of coats of this one just because this colors goes on pretty thin. Just clipped that. Yes. That's a perfect clip, I think. Of me shaking the paints. Justin said Space Crusade is the name of the Space Hero Quest. Huh! I did not even know that was a thing. Could you imagine Gromina in space? That would just be awesome. Alright, and then I think I'm going to do a little suspender things, whatever this is. Technically, I think it's part of his armor, but they kind of just look like suspenders. So... Gwen says Gromina in space. Pace, pace, ace, ace. Gromina in space. Ace, space. I need to see this in my life. So I think I'll let that dry and then I'll put another coating on it. Make sure I keep my brush clean though, so buildup doesn't get in it. Hello. Luke has joined the quest. We're talking about Grimina in space. Did you know there was a space hero quest? Yeah. I didn't know that. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that you knew that. But I don't think I knew that. Does he really? I need to see this with my own eyeballs. When did he finally settle down? Was he willing to sit with you? No.
Started ignoring him essentially, and then I looked over and he was gone.
Okay. Oh, good night. Yeah, I think these will look cool with gold highlights on them. They'll look pretty neat. I think. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. Okay. Ooh. We're slowly but surely getting there. Why does my arm itch? How annoying. Ooh. Legs flickered there. I don't think we were in for any like nasty weather or anything. That was weird. I need some more of this. Stop settling to the bottom. Here we go again. 126 said, don't do that, bad light. Okay. Guess I had to put the guy on the thing. Oh, Shamrock says ours just flickered too. Wonder if something's up with the poles. Yeah, is it bad outside? Is it like windy or anything like that? 126 says the void is upset with you. Not the void. Shamrock says, not that I've noticed, but maybe it was pretty cold today. It really was, compared to how it has been. You know, that cold front, when they did not lie about that cold front, because it got downright chilly today for it being a, you know, almost late July, which I wasn't complaining about. I loved it. I wish that's how summer could feel all the time. I'd be outside a lot more if summer felt like that, because it felt amazing today. Shamrock says, same here. It almost caught me off guard. Yes. Like, I knew the cold front was moving in because my mom watches the news and that's what they were saying, but I don't believe half of what they say because they're normally wrong. So it's more like whatever it is outside when I walk out there is what I can go by. But they were correct this time. So they said that cold front was coming in and it was going to cool things down, and I didn't believe them because it's, you know, almost August. And we do not have cold summers here, or cool summers even. Once it starts to get to this time of year, it gets really, really hot, and then it's unbearable, at least for me, to be outside. I am not someone who likes the heat even a little bit, so it starts to get hot and I, you know, become a hermit inside the house. Only have to go outside if I absolutely have to, because I am not somebody who enjoys being out in that heat. I don't like when I walk outside, I feel like I'm walking into a vat of soup. That just, ugh. Okay, now I'm just going to go back over these with a second coat to get any, you know, the spots that were thin. out my brush. I need a new paper towel. This one's getting a little too damp and worn out. Excuse me. feel like I've been using this color for 10 years already. I just thought of something. I looked over at my phone just now because I have the stream playing back here, just so I can earn my points. And I looked back just now and the whole miniature was not even in the picture. And I was like, whoops. And then I thought to myself, one of my redeems should be whenever I get out of frame, you guys can I'll get back in frame redeem. So I'll hear it and then know that I need to come back into frame. Alright, and then I got just a couple of these where I got a little bit, I need more, yeah, I'm gonna need more green, I think. Just a little bit, not much at all. Just to fix up the areas where I went out of the lines, fix up the happy little accidents. That might have been too many on this one. That one looks pretty okay. Let's check out the next one. This one I got a lot right there on the butt. Okay. Alright. So now I have this other color here, but I feel like it's too close and similar to the one I just did. And looking at it, like, if I mix it like this to where it's not. Just gonna paint a little area and see. Okay, maybe that actually isn't too bad. Okay, yeah, actually that's okay. Alright, now that I mixed it up. Okay. Oh, my tailbone. Yeah. Did I get that one's ankle? Yes, okay, I did. Wasn't positive. I'm at the very end of this color. I don't want to put more on here. I have to. Darn it. It's just a tiny bit left I needed to do. All right, I'm going to do, whoops, the edging of the blade. Now, don't need much at all. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been doing this for almost 2 hours already. Time flies when you're having fun, right? Oops. picked up the little areas that I accidentally messed up. Go back to enchanted steel. Okay. Alrighty. Now. Green. There we go. Okay. So I need to do this belt that's around his waist. I think I'll use the lighter brown. Where's that lighter brown? Oh, right there. Front of my head. Thanks. Do I want to use... Let's see. Deep reddish. Yeah, don't let me. Okay. Use the lighter brown. Okay. For the little belt that he's got. Yeah. think basically all I have left to do is the tail. This is all red tail right here. Alright, so I chose, excuse me, Slaughter Red for his bright red tail, and then I'm going to darken it up with some washes. So it's not quite so in your face red. Because this is a very red red. It's a red red. Red red red. Okay. I'm just going to start. Now I'll let that dry. It's very bright. But I'll let that dry so that way when I put the washes on it and stuff, it'll do what I need it to. I'm gonna let that dry for a minute. I don't mind that. I think the other ones I want to be brown instead of red. Man, my elbow is not doing good right now. Ugh. I think I want to use the hardened leather for the tails. That and think about this for a minute. I think my arm really hurts. Alright, so sorry, I'm talking to myself right now. I'm trying to figure this out. I need to keep this close because I need that green. Like this. Green. And then just now. Oh, it was just green. That's right. Okay. Well, let's do brown. I'll figure this out as I go. Okay. Lighter brown tail, and then I don't remember which hole I had this. I think it was right here. Yeah. I want the tail, the ball of the tail to be darker. put the next one on there, huh? Lord Almighty. Just gonna paint air, I guess. Oops. Everybody still alive out there? I'm gonna put some over here. Why is this so watery all of a sudden? I need another paper towel. Another paper towel. Okay. Wash is ready to go. Okay. You know what? Or I think I was going to just, yeah. Bright red. Nope, stop. Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it for the night. I still have like the gold detailing I want to do on the wrist things and the suspender things here, and then on the tails I want to do some more stuff. There they are so far though. So I am going to go ahead and do the blue bag. I'm gonna go full face cam. We've been here for 3 hours. That's a long time for me. Normally I am not here for that long, but we are going to go ahead and reveal what's in the blue bag. And there's not a mini in here, which means that, because I can feel that it's just the paper. So whatever is in here was just too big to fit into this dice bag, which means it's going to be a big guy or big thing. So we are going to reveal that the next thing I'm painting after the Fimirs is Ogre Commanders is the next thing that we are going to be painting. Ogre Commanders. Don't have any idea what that looks like, because they're over there somewhere in the mini collection that's over there. So after we're done with the Fimirs, the Wasteland Fimirs, then it's going to be Ogre Commanders. And that is the last dice bag. And so once we get the Ogre Commanders done, and then we get the last of the Goblin Archers done, then, we are going to refill those dice bags and we'll start all over again with the polls and stuff. That was really fun. I had a lot of fun doing that, and I'm glad that you guys vote for it and help me make the decisions essentially of what to paint next. So, but I am going to call it for the night. I want to thank everybody again for joining me for hanging out with me, for painting with me. It's always a lot of fun here. Last couple hours or so, I feel like it's been pretty chill and just kind of quiet, which is fine. That's fine. It allows me to concentrate. But yeah, so I will probably finish these guys off screen and have them done by the time the stream on Sunday, because it is Wednesday. So I think Red Tail's tail, it's coming along. I think we were able to keep it red and also not make him look Christmassy. I'm trying to achieve that. So yeah, thank you guys again, and we shall see you tomorrow night for our creative stream. And everybody, I hope you have a good night, and God bless you all. I love you all, and we will see you tomorrow.